Hi everyone, Bunny Basics here. Thanks for stopping by for another video. Today I wanted to just show you all of the toys that I have for my bunnies. So this is just going to be a fun little video as I go through what I have, explain a little bit about it, and yeah, I hope you enjoy this video and that maybe it'll give you some inspiration for toys for your rabbits. Let's get started. While I'm recording this video, I just want to add a little disclaimer that I'm not showing you all of my rabbits' toys to brag about all their toys that I have. I just wanted to share with you guys those toys and to help try and give you some ideas of all the sorts of things you can get for rabbits to help them stay interacted and active and stimulated in their cage or when they're out in their playpen during the day. So just picking at random here, the first thing I have is this treat ball. It has a little opening that you can adjust. It's a bit stiff. You can make the opening larger or smaller depending on the size of the treats, and the rabbit has to roll it around to get the treats out. Bandit loved this toy. I haven't actually used it with Apollo and Luna. I think it'll be a little bit more difficult to use with a pair of rabbits as opposed to one rabbit at a time. There's that one. Then I have two other balls. A hard plastic ball with a jingly bell and a softer plastic with also a jingly bell. I haven't used either of these with my current pair either. I really need to get better at rotating my toys a little bit more, but you know, I have those as well. Then we have this plush ball toy. This one, they like to sort of nudge it around, and occasionally I see one of them licking it or grooming it. It's absolutely covered in fluff, as you can see, but they like that one. Then we have plastic stacking cups. These are a kid's toy. These ones are bath stacking cups. They have holes in the bottom for water to drain through, which kind of makes them fun because you can put treats in between the different layers and then they can sniff the treats out and they have to unstack the cups. Apollo and Luna actually love these. Anytime I leave them stacked inside the cage, they'll often unstack them one by one, which is really, really cute to watch. This toy here is another treat toy. It's actually, I think it's a cat toy. I forget what the name is, but it's meant to be a challenging toy because naturally it sits on its back like that because it's kind of a bean shape, and to actually flip it over to get the treats out, it actually has to be rolled with a fair amount of strength, so it can be a bit challenging for rabbits if they're just nosing it around, but they do get it eventually, and Bandit did get the hang of this one. Again, it's not one I've tried with Apollo and Luna, but this is a good challenging one if your rabbit's a bit too smart for just the rolling round treat balls. I have some other cat toys. Got this one here, it's like a little barrel roller, I suppose, with a jingly bell in it. There's a couple of cat balls, which, because the plastic's a bit thin, I probably wouldn't use them without supervision in case they bit through it. The same with, I also bought these as well to use for Dory as well, but again, as a supervised toy. And then this little tennis ball, I just won't be using at all. Next is another plastic toy. These are a really hard plastic. They make quite a lot of noise, as you can hear. The bunnies, neither Bandit or Apollo and Luna ever bothered to interact with this. So, I don't know, it just kind of sits in the cage when I have it in there, but you never know when they might jingle it. Next we have plastic baby keys. These ones are a huge hit. They love throwing these around, nudging them around, shaking them, all sorts. You can see they're very well loved. They've got a lot of teeth marks on them, but these are definitely a favourite of Apollo and Luna, and they were a favourite of Bandits as well. This is sort of a treat toy. It's a little wooden bowl. I bought this ages ago and I've never used it. It has, I think, apple sticks and some dyed loofah and What else does it have? Nothing, just a couple of chews in there, I think. This I've had for a while as well. I haven't put it in the cage. It's a wooden chew block in the shape of a carrot, just attaches onto the cage. That's obviously from, I can't remember where I bought this, but that's the Living Well brand. So you can either hang it, oh actually it's a kebab, you can hang it up. And then I suppose once the carrot wood chew is used up, you can skewer veggies onto that or other toy parts and reuse it basically, which is always handy to have these kebabs for making toys yourself. In this bag here is a whole bunch of toy parts. It's just the bamboo shredders or bamboo finger traps. The bunnies like chewing on these. Dory loves chewing on these as well, which is why I bought a whole bag, and I make my own toys out of them. And they all seem to really like them, so I've got a whole bag of those. I'm notorious for keeping toy parts, so. Next we have this. This is just a white Pages phone book. Good for shredding. The ink is soy-based, so it's safe when they chew it or ingest a tiny little bit of it. Great for shredding and digging at for bunnies, so that's a really good toy that's free if you get a phone book every year. I also keep lots of cardboard on hand all the time. Toilet paper tubes, paper towel tubes, scraps of cardboard, corrugated cardboard to make toys out of, to stuff hay into. Any sort of cardboard toys are always really, really loved by rabbits, so that's always great to keep on hand. On the same cardboard note, we have a cardboard box. It's got a nice opening in it. Bunnies love hiding in cardboard boxes, chewing on cardboard boxes, sitting on top of cardboard boxes, you name it, they love it. And we have this lovely willow wreath, which I haven't given them yet, from Rabbit Toys Australia. That should be a hit because I've recently given them this willow ball from Rabbit Toys Australia and they have loved it, as you can see. This is just, I put it in yesterday, so they've had quite a go at it. I'm assuming they'll just keep going at it. I've kept it outside the cage because I didn't want them eating it all at once. So it seems to be going pretty well so far. This is a homemade toy. It's just some wood circles, or wheels you could call them, and I think these, pretty sure these log parts are from leftover from another toy, and I just strung them all together and put them on a clip. It could be a bird toy as well for Dory, I suppose, but I think I intended it for the bunnies. I have a little pine cone here. I have quite a collection of pine cones. I have a big tub filled with pine cones. I use them for Dory as well as the rabbits. The rabbits love to chew on them, Dory loves to destroy them, and pine cones are also really good because you can stuff them with treats or with hay in between the, whatever these bits are called, in between each of the fold out bits, so they're really good because you can make them quite interactive and they're like a puzzle toy. Kind of like a natural Kong, I suppose. These are some more chews from Rabbit Toys Australia, a vine heart. I've been saving them for a while because their vine just goes in 2 seconds. And some more, I forget what these were called, little vine stars with some beads on the ends. I think I might save these for Dory because the bunnies will just chew the heart and the star in 2 seconds. But Dory actually really liked these because I had another one which I gave to Dory and she really enjoyed playing with that. Here's an example of, this was a Four Corners chew ring from Rabbit Toys Australia. It had one of these stars on it yesterday and a hay block chew. It now has only the chewed spool, the chewed block and the Cecil left, so see how long that lasts. Next we have a wooden barrel roller. This one is always a favourite of any bunnies I have ever had. I don't know what it is, they just love this chew. Here we have a really old Cecil Carrot that I should probably throw out. As you can see, it doesn't really have, it used to be this long on top I think, but it rattles inside, so it's got something in there. But it's probably had its day. They love throwing it around and chewing on the Cecil, so that's good. Next we have what's left of this adorable little Ladybug Car. I mean, it was really, really cute. It's been quite well loved, but it still rolls along, which is great, and the bunnies love throwing this one around, chewing on it, and so on. Next we have another wood shoe. This one is from Beaks and Feet's Parrot Toys. You would have seen it in my recent haul video. By the way, I also have a haul video from that Rabbit Toys Australia stuff, so you can go and have a look at that too. They've had a little bit of a chew on this one. They also enjoy throwing this one around, so the hoops are a really good size for them to get their teeth on to pick it up, as is the angled bead as opposed to the rounded beads, so they really like that one. This one is another toy from Rabbit Toys Australia. I bought a lot and I haven't given all of them to them yet. It's got like palm shredder around the beads and some Cecil rope in the middle, but I suspect that once I give them this palm shredder isn't going to last very long at all, so that one will be interesting to give them. But I like the shape and the colours of this one, it's really cute. Here we have a grass sort of nest. This is really I suppose a mouse or hamster toy, but I bought it with the intention of stuffing it with hay and treats, but I've just never done that. I've just had it sitting in a drawer for about 2 years, so I really need to get onto that, but it would make a great sort of foraging toy, and then they can eat the grass as well, so it's 100% edible, I suppose, which is really, really good. Then I have a plastic Slinky. Now this is a toy that I see people using with their rabbits, which is great, but it should never be a toy that is left unsupervised with them, because they could get feet or, you know, their legs or their neck tangled in the Slinky. So if you are going to give your rabbit a Slinky, please, please, please make sure you are always supervising them when they're playing with it, because accidents do happen. I haven't used this with Apollo and Luna, but I did use it with Bandit a couple times and he did enjoy throwing it around. So that's another option for supervised playtime with your bunnies, and often with something like a Slinky you can actually play with your rabbit, you know, sort of dangling it towards them or, you know, interacting with them with it. Next we have this little bamboo shredder toy that I made. It's intended to have a bead in the front. Haven't done that yet, but it's just some bamboo shredders and some raffia and some Cecil string. That's kind of a fun thing I thought about attaching to the side of the cage. It'd be nice to have a bead on it. Fortunately, since I keep toy parts, I actually have some beads from previous toys. So just some leftover bits and pieces that I like to hold on to make new toys out of and recycle them. Next we have a Bendy Bridge. This is a pretty classic toy for almost any small pet. Rabbits, hamsters, mice, rats. I've had this one for quite some time. It's quite faded, it's very chewed upon. Polo and Luna love crawling through this and chewing on it, so this one, always a worthwhile investment. Then we have the Living World Teach and Treat. This is a good toy if you have a rabbit that is smart. Not all rabbits are smart, trust me, I have had one that wasn't. This is a really good interactive puzzle toy where you can set it up and, you know, watch your rabbit try and solve the puzzle. It's quite good. I've not used it with Apollo and Luna. I think it'd be a little bit harder with 2 rabbits trying to use it at once, whereas with 1 rabbit at a time it's alright. So that's a really cool toy, quite expensive, but worth it if you want to challenge your rabbit's mind. It's not really, once they have managed to solve it, it's not really good for long-term distraction over the course of a day if you're out, but it's still a good toy. And then last but not least, cat tunnel. Sorry, that's hard to see, but this is just a, you know, generic cat tunnel. Pops out, you can fold it back down. The rabbits love this, they run through it multiple times a day. As you can see, it's a little bit too well loved, but they don't really eat much of it. Occasionally they have a nibble and I stop them when I see them doing it. But again, tunnels are a fantastic toy for rabbits. They absolutely love, love, love them because obviously in the wild they naturally burrow and crawl through tunnels all the time. So any toys that you can find that sort of stimulate existing natural behaviours are fantastic. So I hope you've enjoyed this video and my random collection of rabbit toys. I honestly was trying to think of something to film for today for another upload for you guys and I was struggling, but eventually thought just why not show you all the toys that I have for the bunnies. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you did, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you next time.